remote streaming here for Behind the Counter Podcast. Obviously, we're not at the store, so we're streaming live here from the luxuries of my house.
I was actually only informed to be here 15 minutes ago, and I quick drove down.
Mike, you don't do anything quick, okay? Don't say quick.
Well, I'm here, so...
So we're live. We had a crazy week last week, a hectic week, trying to, shift everything around. Obviously, with everything going on around the country, really, the world, with the coronavirus, we just like everyone else, we had to shift some operations around, move some shows around, and a lot of remote streaming, which it's been kind of neat. A lot of different setups. We saw the Nerd glasses with a cool split screen setup with
interesting to see
the lightsaber in the middle there. Ring the bell. Tyler and I were different. Boder was streaming from his house. AC Leezy, luckily, has already been streaming from his house, so he's familiar with that. But a lot of them, it was an interesting week. And now we got 2v Tuesdays back this week. We have the Dream Team will be streaming remotely this week, so we got a lot of interesting stuff going on, and kind of get back to somewhat of normal business throughout the network and so on, and try to do some more streaming outside of what we can. And obviously, I think we'll have some stuff from the store this week. I think 2v Tuesdays will be live from the store tomorrow, and we're going to see what else maybe can get moved around throughout the week at the store. But we are live here behind the counter. We didn't really take last week off. It was like a 15
we
minute
quick
stream.
stopped in for a minute.
It was just very kind of a short, updated everyone on what we're doing for the week, and kind of got ourselves in motion and to get going. So outside of that, we've been doing a lot of Call of Duty. A lot of Call of Duty stuff going on. Trying
Pretty much all there is.
Binge watch a lot of different shows. I started Ozark. Kind of crazy. But no, it's let's jump into Call of Duty for a minute. We got a lot of we've been playing a lot of Warzone stuff. You and I and Tom, the Dream Team, we're on to 5 wins, which is kind of funny. Hang on one second.
Why is that funny?
Hang on.
Hello?
I'm texting something. Hang on.
Just staring at us sitting on couches. Very interesting. Pretty cool.
But yeah, we got we've been doing Insane Games late night. We started that last week, and we got Tom, you and I got a couple wins, and a lot of different there's a lot of debate of what's going on, who's the best on the team. I don't know, a lot of questions there. But
not really.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's clear that the Dream Team is far better than you. Maybe in your eyes there's some sort of question going on, but if you watch the stream, you hear the content, it's pretty clear in the story.
Not really. We walk into every game. Okay, it's you, Tom, and I. Okay, we joke around about
the top, you on the bottom.
How's that?
Through kills or damage every time.
Not really. I deliver for the team every week.
You might have a clutch revive here or there. I'll give you that, but literally you could put anyone in that position and they would succeed.
Not sure about
so
that.
If anything, what identifies your tactics as a hider, and you try to wait until everything's all said and done and come in as the hero.
I come in as a hero?
Like a coward.
She's saying I'm a coward. That's a little absurd.
To others, yes, but in your mind, you're being the hero. But you need to play way more aggressively.
Really?
Especially if you're going to be
first off, let's jump into how aggressive we're going to be here. Okay, we had Tom running off and going after some random guy yesterday that got the whole team destroyed. Okay, and then we had the situation where you drove yourself off the map and killed you and Tom. Not really sure how you can even drive off the map. You seem to drive out of bounds. Okay,
the game didn't matter. When it comes down, the cards and chips are on the table. Me and Tom produce, and you do not. What happened the other day when we discovered that glitch where you can't revive someone in the third circle? Wouldn't have discovered it if somebody didn't go down in the most important time. Here's Dan. Oh, I see something. I'm down.
He's saying I died.
Danny down. I think that was, yeah. Not quick, but when it matters most, you're down.
That's not fair. that's not fair nor accurate.
Have you ever got the game-winning kill for the Bulls?
Yeah, I have. Twice.
No.
What do you mean? Would you mean to go back and pull it up?
I got it that second one and multiple times.
And I got it the fourth and the fifth one.
Probably while we were all shooting them. And you
no,
were doing
I got it.
Danny.
And I believe one of the times I got the kill, it even finished the win with the time go, God, Dan is super dipper in this game. His exact quotes.
Did not say that.
He did say that. No. And I got the kill.
I think you need to acknowledge that you're extremely lucky to play with the boys.
Not really. I would say I think all of us bring a lot to the table.
You have a nice situation going for you, but you honestly don't appreciate the gift that you're given.
And what gift is that?
Playing with Tom and
I have been a master
the
of I have been a master of Call of Duty for quite some time, for like ever. Let's go back. Let's go back to history of us. Let's go back to the history of how this team formed. Okay, Tom, Mike, and myself. Let's break it down individually for a minute. Dan, a longtime Call of Duty fanatic. I started playing the Modern Warfare when it came out.
Okay, I'm already a bigger Call of Duty fan than you, because I've been playing since Call of Duty 2, the World War II one on 360. I'm the biggest Call of Duty fan. I played once they went to Modern Warfare. Weslow 67. Dan always has to be the hero. He tries to be, but
it's not if I tried. It's just I happen to be in the hero. But the reality is I have been one of the greatest Call of Duty players in our little group, however you want to call it.
Consistently on the bottom.
You're going to say that with honest truth, that I'm consistently on the bottom.
I take it back. We're maybe the best at Modern Warfare 3.
Let's go through
maybe, even that's
let's
not
go through
a debate.
Am I better at Johnny in Call of Duty? Yeah.
He doesn't play Call of Duty.
It doesn't matter. In the time that he has played Call of Duty with us,
he was better than
Johnny. No, he wasn't.
We could go up the Modern Warfare 2 stats.
Am I better than Butt when he's played with us? Yes. Am I better
These people don't play Call of Duty.
But they play with us at some point. Okay? Am I better than Dave? Yes.
Questionable.
Am I better than you? Yes. Am I better than Jackson? Yes. Am I better than you? Yes.
That's
Tom?
This
yes.
is just ridiculous.
Jeremy? Yes. Ducey? Maybe.
Well.
Tyler? Yes. I mean, it keeps going and going. Who else
you don't have the stats nor the game footage to...
There doesn't need to be any.
Anytime we all stream,
consistently on top of the leaderboard whenever we play any Call of Duty whatsoever.
That's not true. We can start with the very three on our team that Tom is always better than you.
Tom's not.
And on Team Deathmatch, you and I kind of switch off.
But
Tom since we started playing Warzone,
gives me a run for my money once in a while. But he's at the end of the day,
your own younger brother is consistent.
He wasn't better than me in Ghost. Black Ops 3, no. Black Ops 2,
I think
no.
he was better than you at Ghost.
Tom never came close in Ghost. Tom was a forgotten, a nobody in Ghost. And he knows it.
But, I don't know about that. So you weren't even the best at Ghost. Jeremy was far superior.
No, he wasn't.
Far superior.
The system was rigged by Johnny to make me to look like I wasn't good.
That's what someone that sucks would say.
What?
So that's what someone that sucks would say. The system's rigged.
Okay, so let's go back. So I bring a lot to the table just from my experience in Call of Duty alone. It's not like it's Overwatch where Dan gets to be picked on and everyone likes to attack Dan. We're not in Overwatch.
It's exactly the same.
We're not even in Fortnite, where my building skills wasn't that.
You weren't even.
We are talking about a game that I am a master of. So let's talk about
Dan,
you and
your
Tom.
classes are bad, and your.
What do you and Tom bring to the table?
We bring perfect communication.
Do you?
Immediate execution.
Do you? Oh, let's start with communication. You bring good communication. That's why when you and I land, Tom's always on the other side of the map.
Me and Tom don't even need to talk. We know what we're going to do.
I think you do.
You need to start picking up on the subtle cues between the boys.
And then what's that?
Me and Tom just need to grunt and move around, and we already know where we're going to be.
Not really. Have you not realized that Tom every once in a while just wanders off, and you gotta look to see where he is to keep up with him?
I know that.
I'm not really sure.
As the dream team, I'm usually with them.
Tom knows that.
That's
I'm not. I don't argue it, but I'm not quite sure why Tom's barking out
usually
orders
moving
for
as a
team
unit.
communication.
What's that?
I said I'm not sure why Tom barks out the orders for team communication.
Because you're not picking up on the movement on your map and stuff.
I do
So
just fine.
you drive them insane. He has to yell at you.
I'm never the first one that dies.
Because you're nowhere near anybody.
I'm always near people.
You're just like, Dan, where are you? And then you're like,
You and I land near each other all the time. Tom lands out in the middle of nowhere.
Once in a while, Tom's
Okay.
a little wild, but in the end, like I said, unless it's a win or we're close to the end, all that doesn't matter. We're just all playing around. But in serious games, when the chips are down, you don't show up.
I show up all the
You're
time.
down.
No, that's wrong.
Dan, the down artist.
Wrong.
And that's not you getting downs, it's getting down. Just to clarify.
I like to go through. Is there stats we can pull up of how many kills they've gotten in Warzone?
I'm sure there is, and I'm sure mine is wildly higher than yours,
I don't
as
think
well
so.
as the damage.
At all.
My
Tom
damage
may
is
be
at
number
least
one.
double
Only,
or triple
Tom's
yours.
be number one only because he had that one game we got like 18
That
kills.
was outrageous.
This is
That
absurd. No, he can't perform like that on a regular basis, but
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with him that game. He must have had somebody playing for him.
either way. So now for the new, let's talk about the new controls that they got. So they've added some new controls in Warzone. Obviously, they're doing some fresh updates on it. They've added in the new. Now the left bumper where you can ping, that's similar to Apex, right? Which
Yeah.
Fortnite then adopted. So it seems like a lot of the battle royale games like that left bumper.
It just makes it easy to switch from game to game, I guess. But I just switch right back to the old controls, which is tactical, so I can crouch with my right stick.
It's true. True.
So I don't know why they thought the need to change everybody to this without asking, but it was kind of out of line.
But I kind of feel like I had issues pinging too when I was using the bumper. I feel like when I was scoping and I tried to hit the up arrow, did you ever have that
I
problem?
feel like it's even harder now because normally when I want to ping somebody, I want to be aiming down my sights at them, and now I have to take my finger off the left trigger.
Oh, good. So I'm not the only one that's noticed.
I don't like the new one either. So.
But the old one was the same way. They should make
Not
the,
necessarily, you just can't move when you do
but
it.
they should make the ping one where
But you really don't need to.
it overlaps everything. So no matter what button you're hitting, you should be able to always ping. Like you said, you technically could be looking down the scope, and you should be able to ping.
Yeah.
And it's not the other way around.
Maybe it should be like a clicking the stick or something like that would be the easiest, but honestly they should just adopt the thing that all games do, and you can customize your controls, each button to a command exactly how you want, but not every game does that.
So what do you think about the map? You like the map so far? Critiquing it compared to...
For the Battle Royale?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little plain, I think.
Where do you think it ranks with all the other maps that have ever been made? When you look at Apex, you look at Fortnite, you look at, I guess you can throw out the Black Ops original Battle Royale that they tried.
Well, Call of Duty's map utilizes a lot of the assets from like other games and the maps and stuff, and they just plug them in. So if you look at it like that, I like all the individual maps a lot, but it's pretty lazy. But I don't
really
like
lazy though? Or is
I
it
don't
smart?
like Apex's map at all anymore. But I'd say it's number 2. I'd say 4. Well, there's still a lot more to see. If they can change the map up season to season and have exciting things happen like Fortnite did, then yeah, it'll probably be number 1. But right now it's just number 2.
Behind
Above
Fortnite?
Apex, behind Fortnite. The overall experience, though, I enjoy much more than Fortnite right now because there's no building.
I do like the Fortnite. Not having the Fortnite I think is like, I think is far superior than I guess I like the atmosphere of Fortnite. Like I guess I don't mind the building. It's just when it comes to crunch time, I just can't. When you get, I guess I like the fact that when you're shooting, and let's say someone's shooting at you, you can quick build. I guess I don't mind that as long as you can quick do it. Kind of saves you a little bit. Like right now in Call of Duty, someone starts shooting at you and you're in the nowhere, you're basically fucked.
You can get the deployable cover power up.
What's that do?
It just puts up a little wall, but it sucks.
It's nothing.
Mostly joking, but
Is there like a lifespan on that goes down? Is it always there?
I don't know. It's a steel wall. Maybe FMJ could pierce it, but I'm not sure. But either way, Call of Duty's about not putting yourself in those positions to begin with. if you find yourself in that position, you probably either got screwed by the storm or did something wrong.
Interesting. So you think, because I don't think we've ever, I want to talk in depth a little bit about Warzone, because I don't think we've ever really have had the opportunity to talk about it on Behind the Counter since we really started playing it. So when you look at it compared to other, do you think this is going to, do you think people are going to continue playing this game for a while? Do you think Call of Duty sticks with Warzone? Do you think they change the name? Do you think they make another one? Or you think they're going to make like adaptations to like what Fortnite did, where they changed the map a little
I
bit?
think they'll probably stick with this one. I guess we'll see. It'll get foggy when the next Call of Duty comes out, but yeah, I think they'll have some big changes with this one in the year to come. Do a lot of cool stuff with it. It pretty much depends how successful it is, and if it's, continues being top on Twitch and all that, then I don't see why they wouldn't keep with it. Job for you?
Yeah. So, a news thing just popped up. I'll bring it up in a minute. I think it's relatively big news. But when we talk about, you don't like the fact they worked in a lot of maps from other games. And
I actually like it, but as far as like a creativity, it's nothing that I haven't seen before. It doesn't pop out compared to the other.
But it's a pretty big map. It's not a small map. Yeah. It's relatively big.
I guess it was pretty creative how they put them, and they were able to make them all one flowlessly. Now it seems like a real town or something like that.
And I feel like we haven't even have viewed the map. Would you call yourself that you understand most of the map? We've been through downtown a few times, but I don't have it memorized.
You understand the dam, that's it, and the path to get to the circle.
We understand like the right side of it, like the lumber up to what's under? The farmland, the lumber. We kind of have the mountains, the quarry. We don't really go there that much, do we?
The quarry.
Yeah, quarry.
No, I don't think so.
We don't go. What is it? What's there?
I haven't. Like I said, that is true. We could learn the map a little better, see some more things.
We're always at the airport. We're always at the dam. I really think we need to land in that bottom left a little bit. Kind of like the. What's in the bottom left? You have the storage unit. The storage is not so in the bottom. What do they call that bottom? It was like east and west, right? What do they call it?
I have no idea. I can't see it in my head right now.
I just
know the prison's on the bottom right.
We don't go there that much.
I don't know. I forget what's on the bottom left.
But again, the game never ends at the prison.
Yeah.
So why go to the prison? That's what I think they need to work on. Is where the map. I feel like they're too centralized on where the circle ends. Do you ever get that? Why not end it at the prison?
They do sometimes.
We've never
only
been
to screw us over,
prison.
basically. They'll do that when we're on the opposite side of the map. It is pretty centralized, though. The problem when you end it on the corner is that like half of the circle will be out of the play area, like in the water, so the circle is way smaller than it actually should be at that point.
It's true.
It had some interest to it, though.
Now we got our 5th win the other night. We would have had 6 wins. However, I got downed, and we were the final 2 teams in the last circle. This is our first match. This is our first match after the Call of Duty update, and I ended up getting down, and you guys couldn't revive me. There was a glitch in the game that couldn't allow Time to revive me.
We wiped the team. We were standing over Dan, completely in the clear, just jamming X button, and it wouldn't work.
Nor could you self-revive, and then we ended up losing. We really should have 6 wins.
We came down to a last battle. Tom got and then and then I killed the guy that killed Tom, and then I got shot in the back by the last guy. So
do you think that's been addressed?
So if we had you, technically, you probably would have shot that guy as you were shooting me, and we probably would have won.
I feel like
classic Danny, the hero. But he was too dead to do it this time.
That's absurd to say that. Either way, I think we should be a 6-time. Really, you and I really should be 7-time champs.
There was the game with Jeremy where he lagged out.
Can we talk about the fiasco of that? We were playing a game with Jeremy, who
we were tearing people up that game.
is relatively decent at Call of Duty as well. Well, take it as what you want. But he been playing with us. It was down to how many teams were left? 2, 3? 3? Then there's like 9 people left. There was
Yeah,
9
it was a
people
pretty
left.
small circle.
There was 9 people left, and of course Jeremy, Mike, and I. So really, there was only 6 other people in the game. They might have been different teams, but there was 9 of us left. So we kind of get into like we had a nice little comfort zone, and then all of a sudden I think I got sniped a little bit. So I said to Jeremy, I said,
No, that's not how it went.
"What?"
Jeremy just disappeared out of nowhere while we were in the exclusive. I think you were asking him for money or something.
No, I said,
armor.
"Can you give me armor?"
Yeah,
He goes, "Oh yeah, I need armor, Jerry." He goes, "Oh, I got some for you." And all of a sudden, and I'm looking, and I'm looking for, and Jeremy's guy is just gone. Like it's not like he's dead.
Instantly
He's
disappeared.
just gone.
Didn't
and then
drop
down at the
anything.
bottom section, he's just his name just isn't there anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? And I go literally 5 seconds. Bam! Sniped right in the head. For me, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Instant down, and then I'm just like, what?
And then you got down.
A bunch of people
Jeremy,
gunning me down.
Jeremy just got lagged out, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry guys." Oh, okay, Jeremy, no problem.
I'm still salty about that one.
So really, you and I should be 7 times. We really could have 7 wins under our belt.
And as far as I've heard, it's been pretty quiet from all the other Call of Duty.
I think we're setting the bar for the network. I think when I look at
anything from Luke and Jackson regarding any wins from them, or I mean OC5, I'm sure he's probably killing it. But I'd say, well, the new show coming up, the Brothers in Arms, I'm interested to see how many
we could get shut down
wins,
really quick.
how many wins those guys get. But as of right now, we're crushing it.
I think we're setting the bar.
I don't think wins come very often.
Maybe I'll send out a feeler tomorrow to everyone to find out who has as many wins, who has the amount of wins. I bet OC5 Max has a lot of wins.
He crushes people.
Then again, I don't know.
Wins are still
I
hard,
feel
though.
like I feel like us three. Let's not even go over the rumors of the quads. God, when they add the team of 4 into this,
there's going to be a lot of competition for the 4th spot.
We can play with OC, we can play with AC Weezy, we can play with Germ Dog, we can play with Dave, we can play with anyone because it's all cross-platform. We can get anyone to our team and play.
So it'll be a big competition of seeing who fills that
Or
4th
Luke
spot.
or Jackson, any of them.
You might
really.
find yourself replaced.
You may find yourself
We've
replaced.
already long been talking about it.
I'm sure
the
you
training
have.
team goes as a unit.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll just kick you out, like I said.
You guys are always fighting before we even get going. You guys play this game of who gets on when and who doesn't get on when.
In the end, it all works out, though.
And I gotta play the middle guy. And I go, he's getting on in a minute. Is he getting on? He's getting on in a minute.
I don't know what his games are. I think he does it just to enrage me. Just every time with Tommy. I mean, sometimes he's doing good work for the show, fixing the audio and stuff, but I think sometimes he's just being a cunt.
But
They had it coming.
But I feel like when we look at, I feel like we've been more successful with this than any other battle royale.
Mm.
How many wins do you have in Fortnite?
I had over 100 wins in Fortnite.
Bullshit! You did not have 100 wins in Fortnite.
Could pull it up.
That might be
Not
one of the
solo.
most ridiculous things
Not
I've
solo. It definitely had 100 in squads. And I think 5 solo.
You do not have 100
I
wins.
could pull it up. It's so quick. I played a lot of Fortnite, far superior to you, and like that's not even a discussion.
I'm not bragging about my wins in Fortnite.
Well, you asked, and I gave you an answer.
I don't think you have 100 wins in Fortnite. I think that's absurd.
It's the truth. I played a lot of squads with different people, all pretty good, and I always held my own. Over 100 wins, maybe pushing 2. I wouldn't be surprised.
So what's the one thing that we've been talking about with this Call of Duty a little bit that we've mentioned a little bit? It has some of it in its game and some of it
Jack Rain, you guys are trash. How
Jack,
many wins do you have? I'm glad
welcome
you're
to the party. Let's get right here. Jack Rain, how many wins do you have in Call of Duty? And let's
we
be
were
honest,
just wondering
because we
how
can
many
go
wins
and
you
pull it
guys
up.
have.
How many wins do you have in the Warzone mode? Cue the
Between
clock.
you and Luke. 2v Tuesdays. How many wins do you have? Okay, we have yours.
Take that back.
I will not.
See, I want an apology immediately. Don't throw my line.
1.
Awful. So we're
One.
definitely. What?
1 win.
So Luke has 30. He does not have 31 wins. He does not have.
Can you read? He says Luke has 3, I think.
Oh, they make 31. So even with Luke with 3, we're ahead of Luke. So we're ahead of Luke. We're ahead of Jackson. I'll find out from AC Weezy how many he has, and I'll find out from OC. I think we could be ahead of OC.
We could very well have more than all of them combined.
You know what you say? Noob King Nation.
Thanks, Fat Boy with the chain. That's exactly the words I was thinking.
So, did you hear this big news? I don't know if this is accurate.
Is this big news, Dan?
It's on GameSpot.com. One of the leader in
Let's
video
go.
game now.
Out with it, boy.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered releases Tuesday.
What's that? It releases Tuesday?
Tomorrow. Is that not fucking absurd? The long rumored Remastered is out sooner than you think, launching March 31st. Are you fucking absurd? Are you kidding me?
True. That's fake news.
How's it? A remastered Call of Duty is indeed real according to PSN listing. It's now been removed. It was posted by mistake today for a launch of March 31st. Retail is expected to be at $30.
We have to
The remaster leaked previously thanks to the ratings listed on blah, 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 blah.
Pretty absurd they're going to compete with Warzone right now when it's hardly...
The remastered includes only the campaign. Okay, so now things are changing.
Boo.
The remastered includes only the campaign of Modern Warfare 2, which continues the story
No
of
one cares about the Modern Warfare 2.
McTavish and Captain Price and features the infamous No Russian Mission. Although the remastered won't include multiplayer like the original Call of Duty 4 remastered, some Modern Warfare 2 maps have already been added to the 2019 Modern Warfare. Alright. Well, let's be honest. If the campaign mode's coming out, then the multiplayer's got to be coming out soon, but maybe not. Maybe they're happy with. I gotta imagine they're happy. I've heard
completely satisfied with Call of Duty multiplayer.
Now, do you think they have enough? Now, see, this is where I think. Do you think they have enough to just not do a Call of Duty game this year? I think they do.
No, because 3 companies switch back and forth. That would mean somebody would have to.
But look at how
willingly
hot
not
Call of
take
Duty
their
is right
turn.
now. Modern Warfare, by
Exactly,
far,
someone-
one of the best Call of Duties that have been out in quite some time. They definitely can do some DLC, some new maps, and add
They
some
do
new
that,
guns.
but the next one still has to come out the next
I don't think they do.
From
With
the next
Warzone,
company.
why? Why do it?
That's just the contract, Dan.
First off, it's not at all a contract. It's what
They have an agreement
Activision
between
wants
3
to do.
companies to keep doing it.
Yeah, but I get that.
So
But
they're just going to cut them out because
they're not cutting them out. They'll do it in next season. They're not cutting them out. Why not? So you tell me Call of Duty wouldn't be better if they skipped a year. I think they should skip a year.
I think it would be better, but I'm just saying that's not going to happen.
I think they would be far more successful if they just skipped a year.
I agree.
And I think their content is
But
fresh
they're not
enough
gonna
right now
do
to do it. Warzone's on fire. Maybe do a new map in November. Maybe a good DLC.
I don't think Warzone's going to die. I think they're going to keep pushing that, maybe even after the next game comes out, but there's definitely one coming out.
How is it not die? I feel like Modern Warfare and Warzone are 1 and 2. They're together.
Yeah, exactly.
So when a new game comes out, it's going to be dumb. And what are they going to do? Are they going to take Warzone and implement it into the new game?
The problem
That
they're
could
going to
be
have
it.
to deal with.
Maybe Warzone comes out for every Call of Duty game that comes out. A new Warzone. You think they go down that method?
Wild speculation.
But what's wrong with that? Let's say Black Ops 5 comes out, which I heard is rumored. Another Black Ops, why I don't know. Do we need 5 of them? No. Well, let's say Black Ops 5 comes out. And they take Warzone, they do what they did in Modern Warfare. It doesn't come out right away. It comes out like a month or a half later, or 2 months later, but with all the Black Ops guns, classes, maps. What's wrong with that? Or do you think Warzone should stick the way it is?
People just get tired of it at that point. But
Would they though, or would it be refreshing to have a whole
it's
new
the
Warzone?
same as would be in the same rotation of how people are getting tired of Call of Duty before.
The Call of Duty game comes out in November every year. And let's say the new Warzone comes out every January. When does this one come out? January?
Maybe people might like it. I probably wouldn't play them every year.
Warzone? Or
Not
Call of
every
Duty?
year.
I think you would.
I think I wouldn't.
You played every battle royale so far.
For a little bit. I'm starting to get tired of it, exactly.
You're starting to get tired
Apex
of it.
was so hardly dead to me before this game came out. And I was like, alright, I'll give Battle Royale one more try.
For Apex?
And I never play, no, I'm talking about Call of Duty now.
Oh.
Because I only play that with the boys. It's pretty fun, but...
So you're getting tired of Call of Duty?
I'm not Call of Duty in general, but Battle
Royale.
Royale.
You were getting tired of Call of Duty before.
I think it was dead to us before Warzone came out.
Well, first off, it became repetitive. We jumped over to Overwatch. We got a good month out of Overwatch and a lot of... We carried Dan and managed 6. I don't know what that means. All three of you are horrible. I clap. Whatever. Jackson has no idea what he's talking about.
Jackson just gets carried by Luke, and he thinks he's good because of that. He's trash. Trash.
Jackson needs to be on the smallest map possible with the quickest SMG that he possibly can have. And that's all he does.
He's just clipped onto Luke's back with his legs around his waist. He's like, I'm good too! I'm good too! You're trash, Jackson.
Trash. He just said
we watch you in the store. You can keep doing your little training videos, your little training exercises with the sniper. Doesn't help. One win, buddy.
One win is that has a pretty big meaning to it. That's no joke. Jackson is terrible. There you go. 3 people.
Just trash. I mean, Luke, pretty good. Solid player. Jackson, garbage.
But well, there you go. I kind of thought this could be the multiplayer version of it too. But even, I don't know. I feel like the campaign coming out is just gonna get buried right now because
there'll be a small group of people there's always like a small people that love the campaign and play it, but you play it, you beat it in like a week, and then you move on. So it's not going to have much of a...
Give Luke a MP7 on a small map. He's decent. Otherwise, he's trash too. Dan. Need the biggest map so he can... First off, I don't lay down. Do I camp? I don't know if I camp. First off, Jackson, there's a definition of camping. And the definition of camping is when you're sitting waiting for somebody, that's camping. Okay, when you happen to come around a corner and you see about 8 people coming and you stay in the same spot, just pick them off, that's not necessarily camping. That's understanding what's going on in the map, and you have people come. Camping is when you go and sit in a corner and you wait for 5 minutes for someone to come around and you shotgun them in the map.
To justify camping.
It's not camping. But I run around. I can't stay still in the map. But I also know that when I'm in a spot and I see people just coming, why would I move? I stay right there and I pick them off. That's not necessarily camping.
Stay right there and pick them off. That's camping.
Not camping. It's not purposely camping.
Purposely or not.
Strategically place myself in the map is one thing.
That doesn't matter if you're doing it on purpose or not. It's still happening.
And Jackson's mad because he just can't get to me on it.
So Jackson's getting destroyed.
Bella just resubscribed for 40 months. Does that say Bella? Or Belia? Was there an I in there?
Looked like Belia.
Well, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you. We can't hear, but I'm guessing there was a ha-ha when that happened. What?
Said 40 months is a pretty long time.
40 months? Holy shit. That's what? That's quite some time. I'm trying to think. That's what? Another 4 years?
3 years plus. 3 years.
But yeah, so we're kind of on the Call of Duty train right now. I don't lay down in the back of the whole time. Jackson, first off, Jackson, you're getting emotional. And you're getting upset because we're clearly laying out what your Call of Duty skills are, and that's understandable. We get that, but you're going deep now. You're sticking the knife in deep because you're trying to justify you being good at Call of Duty. You're just bad. You have 1 win. There's no justification. It's 1 win. It speaks volumes. Does it not?
The power of one is pretty devastating.
5 wins, 1 win. 5 wins, 3 wins. You can take you and Jackson's wins and combine them and you still don't equal ours. We gotta come up with a name for the Dream Team and the Chief.
It is. It's the box and the backpack.
It doesn't even make any sense.
It makes plenty of sense. Me and Don, I have your head and your chest in my bag. And
I'm getting a little tired.
Legs.
Tom put a little graphic on the Games late night starting soon screen, and it's a box with my head popping out. It's a little kind of ridiculous.
It's the truth. That's
very
the theme of it. We're carrying you.
What's he saying now? You guys always talk shit, but you never actually play it. What's there to play?
That's not. I mean,
There's no 3v3 mode, and just one win at Warzone. One win. That's exactly a game mode I don't play. Well, that's what we're talking
that's
about
how
right
everybody's playing.
You
That's
got carried every time. What do you mean
That
you got
is
carried?
that is
You
true.
haven't even watched it. See, don't try to cause drama with the inner team workings here, Jackson.
He's just saying facts that we've been discussing all this.
See, the problem is, Jackson just identified it himself. In Warzone, he's playing in a big map. He's not good. He ain't good.
That
He's
is
got
part.
to be on
That
the
is part
small
of it.
Russell or the smaller maps where he can go after people with his little SMG and sprint around with no brakes and just. It is what it is.
He's probably better than you. I'd say the Dream Team plus Jackson probably would still be better than the Dream Team plus
That's
Dan.
not accurate.
Dream Team plus anybody would be better than the Dream Team
That's
plus
not
Dan.
accurate at all. So, what's cut off of Call of Duty? Have you been doing anything now that you've been sequestered in quarantine up here in New York? Or anything?
Not much, just playing
What's
games.
this show you keep talking about?
The Tiger
Tiger
King.
and a King, or whatever. What is it called?
The Tiger King. Diane, thank you for the follow.
Who?
Diane.
Thank you very much. So give me. I have not watched it yet, so don't spoil it. But give me a little bit of what is it about?
So I'll just give you the description they pretty much have right on there. It's about this guy who lives, I think, in Florida, who owns a tiger park, who is in jail now for putting a hitman out on a different woman from the exotic cat community. And that's just like very plainly the story of. There's so much stuff that goes into it, like the inside stories, the drama.
What is it with the cats? They love. It's just like one. Don't fuck with a cat. What was the other one?
Oh, that one is that was just an internet thing about someone who was abusing cats. But this one's a whole other thing. It has nothing to do with that one.
Keep going.
What do you mean? I just gave it to you.
So the guy is now in jail.
Yes. And I can't get into too much more without spoiling it for you.
But I heard I guess they're trying to do a movie on it now.
We'll see.
There's like this Max Shepard guy is saying he wants to play the guy. Like are they creating a movie now about it? It's kind of absurd. So it's a whole document series, right? They talk about
7 episodes,
about
an hour long each.
So right now I've jumped into Ozark, and I don't want to hear about it because you're really a fake Ozark fan.
I'm not an Ozark fan at all.
You got me to watch Ozark.
Yeah, and then they went down a path I didn't agree with.
Season 3, unbelievable. I'm 3 episodes in.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good word. Unbelievable. I don't believe anything that's going on. The story's stupid.
How is the story stupid?
It's hard to even.
They relocated to the
all.
Ozarks, and they're funneling money through businesses.
Wildly immersion breaking. These rednecks just killed a Mexican cartel, and this person's like, okay, I still like you. I mean, we're still going to use. There's no point for him to even be involved after that. They just killed his boss, and the Mexican people aren't suspicious that I stopped watching it. Dumb.
Season 2, I thought was first off,
Dumb.
Dell got exactly what was coming to him.
I mean, maybe he deserved it, but it was
Season
a
2.
dumb turn of events.
It was not one of the most obnoxious kills I've ever seen.
The rednecks are very stupid, and I do not like that storyline or plot. It was a great show up until that point.
I think maybe you should skip the second half of season 2 that you didn't watch, and then jump right to season 3. Because
I would
season
never
3 is
do a
great.
move like that.
Fantastic.
That's outrageous.
Ruth, I love watching Ruth.
She's kind of cool. I almost forgot about her.
Actually, one of my favorite characters is Helen Pierce, the blonde attorney that works for the cartel. She was in My Client. She shows up in the Cadillac Escalade.
Stupid.
She's like a star in this season. She's a regular character. I think it's a fantastic show. But it goes into one of my classic pet peeves. It goes into one of my classic pet peeves that it's only 10 episodes. So I'm
this is the classic show where they had something great going and they didn't expect it to go as long as it did, and now the story's just getting outlandish and stupid, and they're trying to
no, not at all.
keep making
You're
it.
you've
They're trying to
hate this show.
get some shock value just to keep the people interested about what's going on. Like, let's just shoot a guy in the head with a shotgun out of nowhere. That'll make people wildly into it. So dumb, using shock value as a tool like that. Dumb. No story sense for that. You don't even have any response for the truth bombs.
I'm not
talking
even
about the
engaged.
show.
What's going on? What's over here? Jackson chirping away. They are. Wait, where do we end? One game. You got carry.
He's looking at the stats right now.
They say they carry you too. Dan averages 1 kill a game in Warzone. Not right at all. He's also played for 12 more hours than me. I played 40 games.
He's dropping stats like
Dan has
crazy.
played. We've played 109 games.
Probably. That counts ones where you go in, you drop, you die, and you quit right away. Ah! OC5 has 44 wins. That's as I suspected. The truth hurts a little bit more than the suspicions, but...
We were just talking about it, Mark. We had to. We're going to reach out to OC5 and see what, and see exactly what you know, how many wins they have. But obviously, we kind of knew he was going to have a lot more than us.
Where she goes?
So, anything else you want to talk about? Mark, you see if you're watching, you see my,
That is a nice car.
the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup car?
Pretty cool. Nice colors.
Kevin Harvick and the Hershey's car over there. That's my favorite Jeff Gordon car right there. Out of all my Jeff Gordon diecasts, the reverse paint scheme, by far my favorite.
Jeff's a dork.
And I had to... Any comments of Tom's Night King collection that we have on display here? Game of Thrones is dead to him, yet he collects it. He has...
These are from the time before the show had that last awful season. I still appreciate the memorabilia a little bit. Not that one.
The knife in the
I'm
chest,
surprised
Night
you
King.
put that one on the set. That one is from the dark time.
I had to give him that as a Christmas gift. He would not buy it himself. Kind of absurd.
I think he's only missing one of the whole Night King collection. But
He is playing now. I'm literally looking at the stats. They look good. Also,
that's what we
also
said.
says you only have 5 wins, you fool. I said 5. We're trying to
We've
get
literally
6.
said 500 times.
Who, me?
Yeah, we've all said 5 wins. I don't know what Jackson put. All of his other points are pretty solid, but that one makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Jackson. I think we said we're trying to get win 6. I don't know how many times.
But
By the way, if you ever walk into this place again and walk right over to the refrigerator, we're going to have a problem.
I was just about to go home in a second without my beverage being my thirst being quenched.
There are plenty of beverages in that refrigerator.
Not to mention the selection is very questionable.
Okay, well, how's the selection question?
There's Gatorade in there. I'm not doing any sports activities. I doubt you are.
First off, you don't need to drink Gatorade to have it be a sports activity.
You need to at least have done something to refill electrolytes.
What do you mean?
It's not good to just be.
First off, I run every day, so I very well can have a Gatorade when I come home.
That's a lie.
What?
You might run 2 or 3 times a week.
I've been running every day, twice a day.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have. Well, why would I make that up?
Because you think you're cool, but you're not cool.
That doesn't even make any sense. Second, there's water, there's cranberry juice, there's orange juice, there's milk, there's Gatorades, there's
There's no orange juice in there. Nor
yeah, there
milk.
is up on the top.
You guys are madmen. You got no milk in there.
There's milk up
Who
there.
just drinks milk straight up?
There, okay, let's go with the other drink.
How would you
There's
feel if I
seltzer water.
just took your
There's
milk
seltzer
out
water.
and started
There's
pouring a
Diet
glass
Coke.
of your milk?
There's seltzer water. There's Diet Coke. There's
Seltzer
Bud
water,
Light.
gross.
Mick
Diet Coke,
Ultra.
gross.
Not to mention the all IPA, all
Do
whatever.
you have anything
kind
that's
drinks.
quenching to my thirst that isn't an energy drink, Dan?
Like
Do you have
what?
soda, seltzer? I need some juice, perhaps?
There's cranberry juice in there.
That's gross and
How is
sour.
cranberry juice gross?
It's sour and gross.
It's
And for
fantastic. First
people
off,
with bladder infections.
it's a perfect fix between sour and sweet. It's perfect. It has a crisp taste.
For like
Mix it in with a little
90-year-old
salt.
man.
Mix it in with a little bit
All your
of
tastes
seltzer
are
water.
like
Very
90-year-old
good.
men taste.
The fact of the matter is, the one thing that I have here is a stock refrigerator at all times. There are so many different beverages in there to have. You should never walk out of here not getting a beverage you thirst.
And then the one I actually wanted was the little Coca-Cola, and we couldn't have it.
What's he talking about?
Fat Boy the Chain's throwing some pretty absurd stats out there. Is this average damage or best damage of all time? I feel that's important.
It's not the.
Are these averages?
It's average. It can't be. It's not total.
Tom only 1.1.
I better be higher than him. Tom purposely gonna put a low number just to cause drama.
What a shame.
Not too far off from you though.
It's still better. You were saying you were far better. Average.
Fact of the matter is,
That's not
we're gonna
bad.
get back to what you walked in here.
The average thing is thrown off because there's so many games where we just drop in and die and then quit. So, I mean, I guess that's okay. There's a lot. But.
Alright, what do we got up next? We got some Retro Monday.
Yep.
Game of choice.
Continuing Castlevania from last week.
Are we
We
finishing
literally got to the
Castlevania?
hard part. Possibly. We're in the upside down world now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you are bald.
Don't throw out a Stranger Things reference. Stranger Things has nothing to do with.
This
with
game came out in
Castlevania.
1997, way before Stranger Things was even a thing.
Alright, so we got Retro Monday coming up next. We have AC Weezy finishing out the night with Monday Night Gaming right here at Insane Games TV. Thank you for joining us here in House Shevlin. Well, actually, we're not leaving House Shevlin yet. We're going to refer to this as House Shevlin. Game of Thrones reference until we're back at headquarters
I'm
down in
just going to say the
Saratoga.
Shevlin household.
No,
You will not
it's
get that
Shevlin.
respect
It's
from
the
me.
Shevlin House.
And I will address it as that when I start up Retro Monday as well.
You will not dare. We have 2v Tuesdays tomorrow. We have Nerd Glasses Citadel. We're gonna have a little bit of revised Wednesday schedule this week. And then we have we have OC5 live, and we have Thirsty Thursdays on Thursday, and then we have Ring the Bell and No Look, which is gonna be on Friday this week. And then we have I'm hoping maybe if we get the time to go down to the store this week, maybe Brothers in Arms launching this week. They were supposed to launch a couple weeks ago. Our Call of Duty tournament winners, the second one, brothers. They're going to be Lucas and Cody, both brothers, big masters of Call of Duty. They're supposed to be coming on and playing, doing the show, but we obviously got delayed with everything going on. So we're hoping maybe we can get them live this week. If not, we're just going to keep postponing them. And then obviously check out the channel all this week. You know, we may get some more, maybe a NASCAR night. I like to get OC5 live, doing a second night maybe, or a second day. Doing an extra stream with him. And then we got Instant Games Live and Instant Games Late Night, Sunday service to close out, or actually to start the week on Sundays. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Anything to end? Maybe going from Retro Monday up next.
Drop that, Dan.
Alright guys, stay tuned for Retro Monday up next. Check Mike, Tom, and I on Instant Games Late Night or Instant Games Live for some Warzone kills. Win number 6, we're trying to get it. But check us out. Give us a follow. Thank you for all of you that followed and subscribed to us this episode. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next on Retro Monday with Mike. Up next. Adios.